Hi, Jenna. Welcome back. And thank you so much.
Hi, Mika.
Hello. Thank you so much for being here, helping us navigate yung
Mhm.
mga last minute na exam challenges nila. So we're here to give you extra reassurance sa mga additional
Mhm.
questions nyo. Welcome to Mindset Magic with Mika, where we unlock clarity, courage, confidence, creativity, and connection so you can show up as your most expressed, most aligned, most unstoppable self. If you are ready to shift into your main character energy and design a life that feels as good as it looks, you're in the right place. I'm Mika Doria, your interior designer, your Mindset Magic Muse, branding goddess. Let's dive in. Again, we
Mhm.
have IDR Jenna, top 1 ng IDLE 2023. Yay! So, as we mentioned again and again, hindi ito yung mga Bible ng tips, but it's up to you to discern if this works best for you or not. So, be smart. May
Be smart.
disclaimer. Yeah, be smart. These are based on our personal stories and kung ano yung excited kami to share with you. Yung mga questions na I'll share is yung mga sinend nila about design, drafting, perspective, like mga nitty-gritty talaga.
Very specific
Di
yung mga
lang
questions nila ngayon.
oo, parang nagkaroon na sila ng clarity compared sa before na ano ba yung tip for this? So, that's a progress. So, start tayo. First is about sa color theory. So, nagtatanong sila na, can you share how you studied or understood color theory? Ayun. Paano ba i-address yung color theory?
Mm, in my case, nag-prepare ako ng combinations for every type. Di ba, may monochromatic, may complementary, lahat yun meron akong prepared colors. And yung ginawa ko nga yung mga pre-mixed watercolor ko for my concepts, yun na rin yung ginamit ko for the color theory.
Mhm.
And then for application, yung mga neutral colors, pati plants, hindi sila kasama dun sa main colors na para sa tapestry.
Mm.
Ginagamit ko pa rin yung mga blacks, browns, for wood, for walls, white. Ang mga nilalagyan ko lang ng main colors ay yung pwedeng lagyan, like upholstery, mga accessories, ganon. But kasi there's a misconception na kapag sinabing um, m- complementary, ang kailangan mo lang gamitin ay specific colors na hindi nakasama yung mga neutrals, di ba?
Oo. Oo.
Ikaw ba, ano yung technique mo? Ganon din ba? Gumamit ka rin ba ng mga neutrals?
Yes, actually same tayo, Jenna. Tapos yun nga, na-mention ko before na highest ko consistently yung color theory. And totoo yun na meron na rin
Mm-hmm.
akong mga naka-premix na colors para madaling mag-decide.
Mm-hmm.
Pag nandun ka na, di ba? Alam mo na kung ano yung familiar ka for monochromatic, for triadic, for tetradic, kabisado mo na. And thanks for mentioning yung about sa woods and sa plants. Kasi oo, hindi nila kailangan kakulay yung nilagay mo. Okay lang, natural.
Mm-mm.
Kaya important note yan ha. Pag monochromatic tapos nag-pink kayo, it doesn't mean na pink rin yung halaman.
Mhm. At saka okay lang kahit yung mga white spaces pa rin. Kasi mas
Yes,
chaotic siya tignan kapag yung buong paper ay colored.
agree. Kasi
So
color,
maintain your shadow.
hmm,
Mhm.
totoo. Kasi color theory is about harmony ng mga colors na nilagay nyo doon. So yes, lagay kayo ng neutral. Kasi in real life rin naman, di ba, Jenna? Meron rin naman talagang mga hindi pasok sa color scheme necessarily. Pero
Mm-mm.
it creates like a really harmonious space. Kasi well
Mm-mm.
applied yung ano, yung colors.
To,
Parang
to
pop
make it
quiz,
more
no?
interesting pa.
Yes. Mm-mm.
Oh, another tip. In UP, we are taught na gumamit ka ng textures and additional patterns sa colors sa pag color ng mga perspectives na bibigay nila. So, hindi lang siya magiging color application. Magpapakita ka rin ng details and technique in rendering so that the um, yung process ng pag-check, mas masaya siya for the board.
Ay, naalala ko yan. Parang nung nag-mockboards tayo, yun yung
Diba?
napaalala nila. Oo. Pati yung
Oo.
context na rin ng colors eh. Kasi part 3 ng color theory yun. Oo nga, no? Grabe naalala mo pa yun,
Mga,
Jenna. Ngayon ko lang na ano. Siguro pag ingrained na sa'yo, nakakalimutan mo specifically kung ano yung concept. Tapos you just do it
mhm.
naturally. Pero yun, part yun. So, yeah, ako rin, like as someone who does branding projects, tas important yung color theory. And color psychology, ayun,
Yes,
color
color
psychology.
psychology.
Mm-mm. Try to familiarize yourself rin na kapag yung red, ano ba yung ine-evoke niyang emotion because that's also gonna help you deepen yung layers nyo when you're applying colors para hindi lang siya na aesthetic, di ba? There's also a meaning on why you added that color. So,
Mhm.
think about that. Binigyan pa ng homework. Thank you for that. Yung next one, Jenna, is about sa perspective naman. Naglagay daw ba tayo ng human figures
Okay.
in our perspective?
Ako no, I did not.
Oh, wala
Mga
ka.
sa perspective drawing, mga... Ikaw ba naglagay ka?
Oo, naglagay ako. To scale lang para maano makita. Ang extra, no?
Ako hindi naman. Hindi ako naglagay ng mga drawing.
So, hindi siya necessary. Di ko alam saan niya napulot to, pero ayan, we are debunking it. Pwede mong ilagay, pwede mong hindi ilagay, and you're still gonna pass. Basta keep in mind yung priority during design day, which is to really communicate yung design mo to the ones who are gonna check your paper.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I think yung paglalagay naman ng mga figures, based na yun sa technique mo as on your own mo to make the perspective drawing appear better, di ba? Okay yun, wala namang restrictions.
Totoo. So if you feel like adding human figures can help you communicate nga yung design intent mo better, edi you can add it. But if not, okay lang rin. So don't stress yourself out. Next nilang tanong is about rendering tools. And I guess mga general tips on using markers or watercolors, what work best for you. Alam ko watercolor ka, Jen, eh, di ba?
Oo. During my training, I tried markers.
Okay.
Doon ako nagsimula. Although over time, mas nadalian akong i-control yung watercolor. So, purely watercolor yung ginamit ko. Watercolor and pencil. Pencil for
Pencil.
shadowing, pencil for basic line drawings, and then watercolor. Yung technique ko on
Ang
watercolor,
liit.
opaque yung ginagamit kong kulay.
Ah,
So, less water and then more pigment.
oh my
Kasi
gosh.
kahit naman ilapat mo siya sa illustration board or Bainbridge board, makikita mo pa rin yung outline sa ilalim eh. As
Mm.
opposed to when you use so much water, magdi-dilute lang yun, tas hindi makikita kaagad yung mga kulay.
Kaya pala, Jen, mukhang ano, markers yung watercolor application. Opaque nga pala yun.
Watercolor yun, konti lang ako magtubig.
Kaya pala. Ako nag-watercolor rin ako, pero hindi opaque yung technique ko. Gusto ko kasi mabilis eh. So, wash, ganon. Tapos, if I have time, saka ko nililayeran ng ano, color, ng pigment na mas pigmented na. So, wow. Oo nga, no, opaque. Ang
Mm.
confident mo sa colors, if nag-opaque ka na agad.
Ewan ko rin. Feeling ko, ano lang talaga, risk taker lang ako. Kung ano lang yung naisip
Ah,
ko eh. It's hard to put into structure yung way ko ng pag-watercolor.
mm.
Parang mas ano ako, mas feeling.
Ah, parang yung flow talaga during that time.
Mm-mm. Pero ang technique ko sa speed, I try to finish point first para yung mga gilid-gilid, babalikan ko na lang sila kung may oras pa. Pero
Hmm.
as long as yung center, if that's your focal point, ay detalyado na, magmumukha pa rin siyang finished eh.
Kesa yung tinry mo lagyan lahat, tapos mukha pa ring hindi tapos, no?
Mm-mm.
Pagkapas mo.
Mm.
That's true. Very strategic. So yun, markers or watercolors depends talaga sa technique na best represents yung design style nyo and yung sanay kayo actually. Don't make it hard. Kasi memorize na ng body nyo yun eh. Like yung usual mo
Mm-mm.
na ginagawa, di ba? Don't worry guys. I know na ilang weeks na lang, but you got this already. Sobra. We're just giving you extra reassurance. Actually, Jenna, may nag-message sa akin. Tapos sabi niya, parang wala na daw siyang matanong kasi parang lahat ng need niya nasagot na natin sa ibang episodes, gano'n. So parang ako, wow!
Wow!
Grabe, thank God, di ba? Nakakatuwa. This is why we do this.
Yes, this is why Mika does this. Kasi ba
Yeah.
naman, parang 7 or 10 top notch napakinggan nila. So, very
Oo.
insightful talaga, for sure.
Totoo. So, really make the most out of it. We already gave you the tools. Next, merong listener na sabi niya, yung drafting daw talaga yung weakest point niya. So, paano daw ba mag-build ng
Mhm.
confidence or skill in drafting?
Confidence in line strokes. May time pa naman, but you can, I'm trying to look at my journal. Alam ko naglagay ako dito ng mga
Oh my
techniques on
God,
how
so
to
informative. Grabe ang generous ni Jenna. Thank you.
to bring life to your line work. Yung confidence ng lines, yun yung nagbibigay sa drawing nyo kung
Mm,
makapal, manipis. Try not to think the lines as a means to outline the objects, but a
mm,
tool that objects have. So, yung effect and meaning, manggagaling siya depende sa lalim ng pagsulat, kapal ng,
ah,
kapal ng,
yes.
oo, mga ganon. Sinasabi ko rin na try to look for artists that you can try to follow, pero
Ah,
try not to copy too much. Mas maganda pa rin if you can create your own line work and develop the voice for your own drawing. So, pwede kayong magsimula by tracing your own work, tracing paper, babakatin nyo yung mga dati nyong work. And then, dun yung makikita na yung mga unang stages ng pagdo-drawing or pagda-draft, overemphasize yung mga lines. And then, over time, mas confident ka nang magsulat or mag-draft. Ayun, practice ko rin dati na sa one sheet of bond paper, magla-line work lang ako doon ng walang ruler. So, horizontal, diagonal, vertical, pupunuin ko yung papel na yun hanggang sa maging confident yung kamay ko na kaya ko nang mag-drawing ng straight na mahaba.
Actually, super important nun and helpful rin siya kasi ang dali mo lang gagawin, 'di ba? Parang lines lang, drawing
Mm-mm.
exercise lang. I think they call it hand exercises. Parang ganon.
Mm-mm. Yes.
So ano mo pala yun, Jenna? Ginawa
Another
mo.
tip siguro, pag
Mm.
magdo-drawing or maggagawa ng line work, kapag walang ruler, usually helpful to kapag perspective.
Mm.
Imagine nyo lang yung um, start point at saka yung end point. So, ang titingnan mo yung tip ng pencil. So, kapag nasa iisip mo yung end point, dun mo kasi mata-target eh. Tapos, over time, pag paulit-ulit, sasakto na siya.
Ang galing. Parang gusto ko tuloy i-try bigla.
Um,
Mm.
Isa pang tip, try to observe your body kapag gumagawa kayo ng lines. Minsan, may mga tao na hindi gumagalaw yung katawan nila, yung arm lang nila. But in my case, yung buong upper body ko sumasama siya kapag nagla-lines. So maybe
Na-figure out mo bakit, Jen?
factor din yun kung hindi rin. Na-observe ko lang.
Parang mas confident yung lines. Sa bagay, napaisip ko tuloy nung kapag nagda-draft tayo ng nakatayo, baka kaya, kasi mas not restricted yung body to move. So we can do like bigger lines.
More tips kapag yung image na ito-drawing ay nasa closer foreground, ibig sabihin mas malapit sa'yo. You use wider pen or pen na mas makapal for
Mm.
slower and more deliberate lines. Mhm. Pwede rin na
Oh.
i-experiment mo yung capacity ng mga pens na ginagamit mo. Observe the pressure, yung angle, yung speed. Nagbabago rin sila per type of paper, di ba?
Grabe, Jenna,
Yun yung mga
makukuha mo. And ang meticulous? I think that's the term, ang meticulous mo.
Um, hindi ko alam. I think it just boils down to self-awareness. Gusto ko na-observe ko yung technique ko kahapon at saka ngayon. Yung what else
Mm.
can I do to make the work better? Laging ganon. Laging i-assess.
Kaya nare-refine mo each time. Parang Kaizen, no? Mga small
Mm-mm.
steps pero it all adds up. Ngayon lang dinisect ni Jenna like this yung strategy niya. So I'm really like amazed. That's why iba yung quality ng work niya. Even nung college pa lang kami. Wow! Okay. So, meron pa ba, Jenna? For drafting?
Wala na. Yun lang for now.
Yun lang. Grabe, ang
Wala na
dami
akong
na.
iba pang maisip.
Thank you so much. Ang abundant. So, meron tayong next. Ito interesting kasi I think some of them are already thinking about, okay, I'll put myself in the state na nakapasa na ako. So, ito na yung itatanong ko. So, yung
Oh,
question nila is, paano daw ba nag-evolve yung design process mo since the boards? May nagbago ba? May na-retain ba? So, I guess design process mo as a
mm,
student versus professional.
design process as a student versus professional.
Hmm.
I think yung sa boards, mas meticulous siya and um, mas related to college-based training.
Ah, mm.
Kasi ah, ang na-retain ay yung research-based approach.
Mm.
Um, Parang meron pa rin kaming concept paper na backed by research. Pero in terms of, syempre wala na yung mga drafting manually, wala na yung perspective drawing na manual.
Mm.
So, ibang-iba na talaga siya. Kaya, I feel like yung most important lesson sa boards talaga nandun sa pag-assess mo ng sarili mo at pagkilala mo ng sarili mo while you are prepared for the boards. Paglabas mo ng board exam, iba na siya.
Actually, it's like an opportunity talaga yung pag-prepare sa boards. It's an opportunity to know yourself more as a designer rin eh.
Yes, oo. I-add ko sana na more than, hindi, kaso hindi na siya related sa question na design process eh.
Okay lang yan.
It's more of,
Everything relate.
yung more on self-understanding talaga. Parang it
Mm.
was only after the boards when I admitted to myself na yung biggest challenge, biggest learning is really internal. Like how I
Yeah.
viewed myself, my person. And when I started to view things in a more positive light, like being delusional in convincing myself that all things will work out.
Yes. And it
Things
did.
got smoother and more fun. Oo.
Mindset magic tip na yan ah. Claim what you want. Pero totoo kasi if you don't believe na you can do it, bakit ka pa nagre-review, di ba? Waste of energy. Ang
Yeah.
sassy. Hindi, pero totoo guys. Like, make the most out of it. You are already investing time, attention, energy, focus into this. So, it's really up to you to maximize it.
Mhm.
Yun yung mga tanong nila. And, meron silang, eto, favorite question. Parang sa lahat ng nabasa ko, merong 5 na tinanong to. How to make the most daw of their remaining time? What would you do if eto, 2 weeks na lang, board exam na, saan ba dapat sila mag-focus? Ayan, that's their question.
How many more days before the exam?
Parang mga 2 or 3 weeks na lang eh. Oh, 3.
Okay. So ito yung time na very anxious na yung mga board takers. Oo, kasi 1 month before the boards, ito rin yung time na gusto ko na rin mag-leave sa work eh. Very anxious na rin ako.
Ah.
So, again, internal. Let me share, I'll share a story siguro on being anxious.
Mhm.
I was told once, ito different scenario na to, when I was indirectly
Mm.
ranting about feeling bored, feeling complacent about how my life was going. I was told
Mhm.
that I need a big fall, like yung type ng failure na magka-crush talaga sa'yo. And the person who
Ah.
told me this was intellectual and full of wisdom too. That's why at first I got hurt. Kasi why would you want
Mhm.
a person to go through something so traumatic, right?
True.
But then later on, na-realize ko na maybe the lesson in it pala was you will fundamentally change the way you view the world and your circumstances only through some kind of a self-awakening. Parang may big
Mm.
snap in front of your eyes that says, hey, your perception of reality is kind of skewed. The things you thought
Yeah.
you're ready to get, you can't for now. And those that you don't, you thought you can't, you actually can.
Mhm.
Diba? I'm not saying don't try new things. I'm curious and stuff. I'm a risk advocate. But I'm trying to say in this context, a few days or maybe weeks before the boards is to bottom line try to relax and try to day when you wake up, give yourself the mind space to start fresh without prejudice na didn't do
Oh,
this
yeah.
or I did this. Now I'm gonna fail. How about you say to yourself, I did yesterday, period. Today is a brand new day. Anything is possible.
Mhm.
Mas madali kang makapag-refine.
Gawin yung easily influence yung brain nyo by anything positive and at the same time grounded,
Mhm.
considering yung time na you have na when you said yung parang a big fall, I was reminded of the time na yun nga, I had to retake the exam and it was a really a time to reevaluate. Is this really what I want? So as early as now, I think this is also a good time for you to recalibrate na oo nga, no? Why am I taking the exam? Do I really want it? What do I want from this? Who do I want to become in this journey? Parang ganun siya na, no?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I'm excited for you guys. Sobrang parang nag-pep talk lang rin kami. Pero it's fine. Like, lahat ng mga detailed strategies we already gave to you before. And use this remaining time to really just set your psyche up for success. Very psychological na tong etong remaining weeks. So, yun yung questions nila na related sa design drafting perspective so far. Do you have any final words of encouragement, Jenna?
Um, sobrang quick lang nito, but um, siguro let's try to summarize yung mga tips and tricks
Yes.
on color theory, drawing your drafting and perspective drawing. For
Mhm.
drawing straight lines, assess if you can move your whole body or your arm as you draw. Focus on where you want your line to finish. So look at the pen. Pwede ring position your paper and your arm for that place of maximum accuracy. Ibig sabihin kung diagonal yung idodrawing mo, yung paper mo, i-align mo siya diagonally. Sanay kang mag-draw horizontally. Parang ganon. Kapag magdodrawing ka for closer foreground, use wider pen for slower and more deliberate lines. Kapag farther away naman yung ito-draw, increase the speed of line work para madali mong makuha, plus reduce detail. Use narrower pens. Ganon. Know the capacity
Mhm.
of your pen to create your line. Experiment on the pressure, the angle, the speed, yung type of paper na gagamitin. And then for perspective drawing, try to create your thought processes. Do not develop from copying. You can study the work of the artists as much as possible. You create your own confidence in writing. And practice, 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 because what we do not practice, we do not get better at.
Oh, I
Um,
love this.
Start
Mhm.
simple. You with your drawings, perspective, try to start simple. It is better to do a good job on a simple subject than poor job on a more complex subject. Even sa
Yes.
materials, you can restrict yourself with limited number of materials. Diba?
Mga pro tips.
Again, as I was saying, for materials, restrict yourself with a limited number of materials. Kahit sa color theory. You will better
Mm.
yourself more mastering color theory by colors from a few base points, base options ng mga kulay. That's why I said, yung mga prepare ko for 8-hour design challenge, yun na rin yung ginamit ko for color theory. Pero make sure na hindi kayo mauubusan ng colors kapag ganun yung ginawa nyo rin. So,
Felt.
yun yung mga tips and tricks sa
Grabe.
mga
Yun lang
specific
naman.
question.
Pero totoo yun, yung mga binigay na tips ni Jenna. Sobrang game changer. And while Jenna is summarizing everything, parang what came to mind is, grabe yung mastery ng technique mo. Parang yung understanding mo of how you do things. Kasi you're able to package it to us in a way that is so simple na and sounds easy. So, wow.
Mm. Thank
So that
you. Thank you
is,
for doing this.
yes.
Inviting me also.
Re-invite you again, Jenna. Sabay gano'n. Ayun na yung last words mo?
Wala naman na. Just thanking you for inviting me to be part of this. And the
Aw.
person I was before the board, it's very different from what I have become. Itong board exam ecosystem, the people in it, was what gave me the opportunity to change my life, especially in terms of self-image, confidence,
Aw.
ganyan, mga trust, values, especially goals and dreams, 'di ba? Like the moment I got something I did not 100% think I could, it gave me some sort of permission ba to experiment on
Aw.
taking on other big dreams too, which I would not have unlocked otherwise kung hindi ko pinagdaanan yung boards with the same luck and privilege that I was awarded. So, yeah, doing this may sound cheesy, especially when I listen to it myself. But it feels like the right thing to do after 2 years and something that I still feel constantly motivated about because it's for the same ecosystem that started the mindset shift that I really needed. So, thank you.
Aw.
Good
Grabe,
luck,
thank you,
guys.
Jenna. Grabe. Thank you for claiming finally your confidence and sharing it here with us. Grabe.
Yeah, sobra.
So proud of you. Grabe. Imagine nyo, like Jenna before the boards was, alam mo yung ang galing niya, pero ayaw niya tanggapin na magaling siya. Parang ganon. And like,
Oh,
hearing
it's
her
very hard
here
for me
after
to
the
get
boards. Di
compliment.
ba? Mm-mm. So now, hearing her here after the boards, grabe. It's like a journey nga of confidence rin for you. Nag-nostalgia. So that is all. That is Jenna for this episode, for this quick pep talk. Very efficient namin. But our our intention is to really give you the reassurance that you need in this last few weeks of the exam. And you got this, really. I say
Mhm.
that again and again. Kayang-kaya nyo to. Everything you need already provided for and everything you need, it's already inside of you and we're just helping you
Yeah.
unlock it, activate it. Yun lang. Thank you so much, Jenna.
Thank you. Thank you, Mika.
That's a
Thank you,
wrap for
everyone.
today's episode. I hope these insights gave you clarity, courage, confidence, and peace as you prepare for your own board exam journey. So, if you are serious about passing, make sure to follow Mindset Magic with Mika so you don't miss an episode. We're here to set you up for success. Until next time, trust yourself, take up space, and keep going. You got this. You are the main character of your life. If this episode sparked something in you, share it with a friend or tag me at Mikadoria on Instagram. I'd love to see how you're stepping into your magic. And if you're loving the podcast, please leave a review. It helps more visionaries, achievers, and creatives like you find this space. And as always, let's shift into our main character energy together. Keep shining, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next one.